show the preview now. So I can hit go live. I can hit go live. Now it says we're going live. I have no idea what part of this dialogue will make it in the video. Okay, now it says you're live. And it also says video is unavailable. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. That's awesome. And I'm glad we could have this stream together. I think I'm going to give up on YouTube streaming. I really do. Like, there's no point. All right, I was going to get music going. Let me get that going. Then we'll figure out if we're actually live or not. My headset was turned way up. Okay, so the live control room doesn't say I'm live. Does my channel say I'm live? Yeah. Does I'm live? There it is. Can I hear myself? Get that going. Yeah? No? Oh, my head turned way up. Okay, so it's like a 10-second delay or something. Alright, cool. Alright, let me unplug my headset. And we can finally get this party started. It took long enough. Oh, you know, the wages of YouTube are nothing for me. I don't make any money at this. Theoretically, I've made money on Twitch, but I haven't seen it. Alright, so we got stuff from 2 comic book stores. Look at that. Westfield Comics gave me my stuff in this bag because it was raining. And I guess they don't have regular bags. I mean, this is like the kind of bag you'd put a magazine in or something. Come on, do I have a magazine handy? Yes, I do. Hello, random issue of PC Gamer with my address on it. Let me get that label off of there. This is really a magazine bag, because it looks like a magazine bag. Oh, it's even a little oversized for that. Look at that. I canceled all my magazine subscriptions. Like, there's just no point to it. Yeah, it is a magazine bag. There was just no point to it. I don't read magazines. Not anymore. Like, if I want to know something about a game or whatever, that's literally what the internet does. So what's the purpose of magazines? You know what the purpose is? I sure don't. We also need to readjust the camera because the camera totally got whacked. So let's... that. Got thwacked because I'm doing some reorganization stuff and I had to put a box here on my desk, and the camera's like literally 10 inches above my desk. There's not a lot of room to work. Okay, I'm not sure if I can trust anything on any of these displays here, because stream video itself says the video is unavailable. And if I hit the live button over here, nothing happens. Let me test the chat and see if I see something. Testing the chat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the chat works. Sorry, I'm streaming to YouTube a little differently than normal. Instead of going through my Creator Studio to create it, I went to button. Hey, J-Dodd. I went to like the go live button, and so it took me to a different screen than I'm used to. So I have no idea what's what or something. You know what I mean. I hope so. Alright, anyway, that is enough time of just sitting here not talking about comic books. Let's see, I can see the chat just fine. Got some nice glare from the light. Boy, I don't like the way my windows have to be arranged here. Is that a little better? That's a little better. You having a great evening, J-Dodd? I sure hope so. got? I don't even remember what all I was getting today. Like, there were so many books on the list. I'm turning everything to be right side up and cover up here. Okay. And we'll... down here. You know what? This book has just been sitting on my desk with a piece of tape loose. I'm gonna just put this thing back. I did a review of this book earlier today. I think it's a book that nobody but me will ever read, and I reckon I'm okay with that. I got it in the mail from Antarctic Press a while back. I really should rebag it, man. When AP sends books, they put them in these gigantic bags, these gigantic boards, and the books just slide around inside so easily. I much prefer the way the BCW bags I have fit. They're nice and snug. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as such viewers. I'm seeing a smooth stream. Talking about YouTube. Your error makes no sense. Alright, anyway, let's start with the 50-cent bin stuff I got for free at grahamcrackers.com, because you go in there on a Wednesday, you get free 50-cent bin books for free. It's amazing how that works. And these are like the first 3 in the box that I went to. So we got some great stuff. I've never read this Terminator comic, but it's written by Dan Abnett, so there's a pretty good odds I'm going to enjoy it once I do. Page 1, there it is. This is put out by Malibu. Dan Abnett script. Rod Wiggum, Jack Snyder. I don't recognize anybody else that worked on this book. Okay, well, that's fine. Wow, a PlayStation ad. You know, at least the characters in here kind of resemble the characters in the movie. Art's not great, but it ain't terrible. And this is very modern coloring. Malibu was doing that digital coloring way before anybody else even thought of it. Well, that's not true. I got a book by Comico, I think. That's from like 1987, and it was worked on entirely in digital, which at the time, oh lord, I don't want to know what resolution they were working at, like 320 by 240 or something ridiculous. Micronauts, whatever. It just is what it is. I thought it might be kind of cool. Although, I gotta admit, like, weren't the Micronauts, like, part of the Marvel Universe? Like, aren't they a Marvel property? Weren't they integrated with all the Marvel heroes back in the day? How can they have their own standalone stuff? But then they're also a Hasbro property, too, so I guess it's just like Spider-Man and the Transformers sharing a thing. Hold on, skipped frames detected again? Yeah, nobody cares. Just keep streaming. Don't you complain, OBS. No complain. No. So anyway, it just is what it is. I thought it might be kind of interesting. It's a #1, so there's hopefully not any previous story I need to know. And it was free, hey. X-Men Messiah Complex. Variant Edition. You know why I picked this up. Variant Edition. It's been a long time since I read Messiah Complex. I don't actually remember any of what went on in this story, so I'm hoping that I'm going to have a good time reading it. And if not, hey, I got a cover that's not the, normal cover or something. Who did the art? This is very 90s. Is that Mark Silvestri? That's hey, and Joe Weems. I got something I just posted up on Instagram. Had Joe Weems doing the inking on it. That's kind of funny. I guess in a small community, it's kind of expected that you'll run into same or similar people. Oh, now here we go. Something I forgot to buy last week, and I feel, you know, I feel terrible that I forgot to buy it. Why is this not lined up right? Sorry, I know I'm moving the camera. Probably disorienting and terrible. But I would like to actually center this on the book at some point here today. There we go. That looks like it's squared off. Okay. Now maybe we're at a less funny angle. Sorry about that. Hopefully there's not too much sway in the camera right now. I gotta get a real camera mount instead of... It's actually mounted on a light fixture. And yeah, that's probably all I want to say about that. It's dumb. Okay, so we got a airplane. Guy parachutes out. Okay, there's lots of crazy stuff going on. I just want to see the Punisher kill ninjas. That's what I'm here for. Punisher, are you killing ninjas? Oh, there's Venom. Conan smashing a glass against a dude. Venom's eating somebody else. Okay. Okay, I'm down. I'm down here. There's the Punisher. Ah, I've been waiting for that. Oh my gosh. He's got a Claymore mine. This is gonna go badly. Let's flip it over. I gotta see. I want to read this so bad right now. Yep. Oh, and it's not just a kaboom. It's bada ba-boom. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. It's just fun. This book just looks like it's fun, man. It just looks like it's fun. Gogor, Ken Garing. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get this today. I'm so glad that I could. So glad that I could. Issue 1 was a fantastic, absolutely fantastic little fantasy adventure story. I'm hoping issue 2 keeps that going. I know you might look at the art and go, that art's not amazing. The art fits, though. The art's like loose and free and fast and energetic and youthful. And just looking in here, I obviously have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm going to shut this before I spoil the book for myself. But I have super high hopes. I'm going to read Gogor, and I'm going to think it is the best thing, even more so than sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? I almost didn't buy Elvira this week. I don't know. The last issue really didn't sit that well with me. The jokes were kind of funny. Oh, we just skipped to the end? Really? Really? Nobody cares. Oh my god, it's being written by Gail Simone. I really don't care. I'm sorry, Dynamite. I'm surprised she's working for them. Didn't she say she wasn't going to work for them because Ethan Van Sciver was doing covers for Dynamite? Hypocrisy? Possibly. Of course, the True Believer books. There were 3 of them this week. And I got all 3. I think I own this one. The actual book that this is from. I think it's in my short box for Amazing Spider-Man. It says... No, it says... Oh, way to go, me. I take it back. I don't own it. I don't own issue 101. I wish I owned issue 101. I've just seen that cover a lot or something. I don't know. This cover looked really familiar to me. Spider-Man vs. Hulk. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure I'm going to have a great time reading it. know what? Let's just flip it open. What era is this from? I can't open the front cover. There we go. This looks like 80s. That's Todd McFarlane's art. He is like the only guy who did all this little noodly stuff for Spider-Man. And it's one of the things that makes Spider-Man look so good for him. Spider-Man was just warm-up for him to do Spawn. Like, look at this stuff. Every artist since him has tried to do this webbing thing, and nobody does it as well as he does. It's a McFarlane art? Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I was kind of down on this, because I'm like, I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but whatever. But now I'm kind of like, yeah, this is going to be dope. It's amazing what flipping through a book will do for you. And what is this one? I don't recognize this book. It's number 258. It's by Ron Friends. So it makes this very early 80s. It's going to be post-Secret Wars. This has got to be very early 80s. I got the, I think I might have the What If that accompanies this story. The What If Spider-Man's suit had eaten Spider-Man issue. I know I got the True Believer reprint of that What If. I have so many comics. You know, if it wasn't for the CLZ app on my phone, I couldn't keep anything straight. I really couldn't. That application is amazing. If you got a lot of books. If you got just a handful of books, like 100 or something, it's probably not a big deal. You know, it would be nice to get down to, like, if I could just keep like one short box of comics. But I'm too much of a pack rat to get rid of them. Infinite Dark issue 7. This second story arc has been so much better than the first one, and I really like the art for what it is. But I don't think like, I understand why people don't like the art, I guess is how I should phrase that. It's a space sci-fi horror story. It's set at the end of the universe, and after they survived what should have been... That's a printer mark on my book. That shouldn't be there. Ah. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, it's at the end of the universe, and humanity has built something that will keep reality alive in the midst of nothing, of unreality, and that fails. And in the first story arc, it goes wrong, and in the second story arc, they're dealing with the fallout from the first one. It's a more human kind of craziness. The first one was very, they're dealing with like an unknowable horror. It's very Lovecraft. Oh, where's my beautiful Lovecraft book? I got this as an Easter present from my mother. There it is. It's got a lot of the same stories I already have in other books. It's an absolutely beautiful edition. It's from Barnes & Noble. You can see the price. She didn't take the sticker off. I guess she was in a hurry and didn't notice. She's usually pretty good about that. Maybe she thought I'd want her to take it back or something, which would be silly. From the sticker off. But it's an absolutely beautiful edition of Lovecraft. And the first story arc in Infinite Dark was very much a Lovecraftian kind of story. Second story arc is more humanly relatable and less unknowable horror, because the interlopers, the malefactors, whatever you want to call the bad guys, are humans. They're humans that are crazy because they were exposed to the unknowable horror, but at least they're human. I can't even open this book up all the way. I really enjoy Lovecraft. Oh, I got this old volume. I keep it on my bookshelf at work that I got from like the Sci-Fi Book Club 15 or so years ago. But this arc has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it. You can see the unknowable horror as it manifests itself to somebody here. Or maybe that's one of the people it's turned into the unknowable horror. I don't know. I'll have to find out when I read it. Wait, these books are turned the wrong way. Just those two. Okay. Batman Who Laughs #6. I love the cover. I've been ragging on these kinds of covers. You ever gotten to read Lovecraft? Oh, some of it should be public domain by now. A lot of those stories were written a long time ago. Some of it should be public domain. You can probably find it online. I don't know what a good place to start would be. I'm really favorable to The Color from Outer Space. That's kind of a slow burn of a story. For something a little more actionable, maybe At the Mountains of Madness would probably be a good one. That's a nice, like, science adventure story. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. I've been ragging on, like, covers like this one that don't tell you anything about the contents of the book. It's literally the Joker, a pinup piece. Okay, the Batman Who Laughs, a pinup piece, but the Joker, a pinup piece. But I really like this one, which might make me a hypocrite. Oh, God. What is wrong with these text boxes? Maybe one day, I don't know, at a slow day at work, you read it from? Yeah. You know, give it a try. Some of those stories are like, they were like short stories that fit into fiction anthologies back in the day. They're not that long. This lettering is terrible. I'm just going to shut the book. That actually kind of hurts my head to look at. And I don't want to know what that looks like on stream. It can't look pretty. Life and Death of Toyo Harada, #4. I think I'm the only person reading this book, but it's been pretty excellent. Everything is falling apart for Toyo Harada right now. Because his minion Angela betrayed him. And it looks like we're getting some revenge here. Let's see. That's Angela right there killing the little thing she made take over somebody to talk to her. And she's got, like, super brain. And she's getting out of Dodge. Looks like a very action-packed issue, which is probably good, because the previous 2.5 issues... Red on Grizz Disaster... Yes! Yes, it is! The previous, like, 2 issues of this have been really low-key, kind of slow-boil stuff. Justice League Odyssey #10, Virgin variant. My Shopman put this in. I didn't have the heart to tell him I preferred the other cover. Whatever. This book has been a lot of fun. I'm still miffed at the not getting a whole series of Stefan Sejic art. He was supposed to do like 7 issues or something, which I thought it was supposed to be a 7-issue mini. But apparently I was wrong. I would have sworn it was solicited like that, though. Seeing this weird batch of heroes going and adventuring and just crazy stuff has been a lot of fun. They're cut off from help. They're dealing with apocalyptic stuff. It's been a blast. It's been an absolute blast. Those are all the pills I'm going to need to take after I try to read this book. I'm not even going to flip through it, Matt. Right, let's flip through it. Maybe we can find, like, some excessive gore. Oh, we didn't have to go very far. We got, dudes ruptured and bleeding in midair. Yep, some guy lost an arm. Like, this book is just so weird. I can't even explain. I've read the original miniseries. I've read every issue of that run. I can't explain to you what that book is about. No one can explain it to you. You simply have to experience it for yourself. This, on the other hand, I can explain because it is just fun. It's kind of like Savage Avengers in the level of funness that it has. So Q and a bunch of other really powerful entities were having a war. The Enterprise crews were all brought together. One of them came to investigate and was like, you guys can't do that. And so Q was like, let's have a game instead. And it's all kind of fallen out from there. In the last issue, Q cheesed off all the prophets. Looks like they're still cheesed off. And now we got the Borg showing up. So yeah, who knows what's going to go on in this book. I don't want to spoil it for myself, but I expect to thoroughly enjoy it. One of the reasons I enjoy it so much is the writing by these two, Scott and David Tipton. I don't know if they're brothers or what, but they absolutely 100% understand these characters, and they all pretty much sound like themselves. Like, you read the dialogue, if you're familiar with the character, you can hear their voice coming through. Which, given the size of the cast, it is a big cast. There's, what, 28 Star Trek characters, plus the aliens they're running into, plus those 4. So there's a lot of characters involved here. And they have been doing a great job of making sure that everybody sounds like themselves. Something else I have high hopes for, A Natural, issue 10. Ooh, you know what? I better not even open this where you can see it. It's very likely to... Oh, we have a dramatic, terrible flashback. You can tell because it's in that accented sepia tone kind of thing. Got some violence and threats. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This series has to be drawing to a close soon. I bet it's only a 12-issue run, but it's been just a blast. It's evolved. It's evolved a couple of times. The same way that a lot of manga stories do. They start like here, and then the premise expands, and then it kind of shifts over to here. Like somewhere I got a hardback of Uzumaki, the horror story. And it starts off, you know, this little thing here, and before you know it, it's actually a worldwide conspiracy of spiral doom centered around this one town with like a star coming in to kill everybody or something. It's absolutely nuts. And this is going off the rails in that same way, and it's wonderful. And then I got some stuff at Westfield Comics. Variant covers. I got the other cover for Doomsday Clock 10. Got the other cover for Unnatural 10, the cover for Unnatural 9. And I couldn't find this True Believer at Graham Crackers, so I just went ahead and picked it up while I was at Westfield. And that's basically it. We are done with the stream, pretty much. I'm gonna set these aside for a second. I'm just gonna flip through the comic shop news real quick like. Just in case there's something interesting. Eastman's back in circulation. Well, good. Kevin Eastman should work. It seems silly not to have the man working. Books that are coming. Oh yeah, they're doing that Wildcats reboot, which seems kind of weird to me. They're probably going to incorporate it into the DC universe again, which seems like a pretty big mistake. Oh, it's just, this one is literally all about DC, huh? Ooh, that Flash cover. I'm assuming that's a cover. That's pretty dope right there. I don't even like the Flash that much, and that looks pretty dope. He's like in a snow globe or something. Oh, that Deceased 4 cover is also pretty cool. I'm looking forward to reading more Deceased, but number 2 was such a letdown after the first one. Like Magnola. Yeah, I don't see anything else that really catches my... Oh, I take it back. I see one thing that catches my eye. Stay away. This was bad. Issue 1 was kind of interesting, of nihilistic. Issue 2 was so bad. It's like the first book I went to my shop man and said, I don't want any more of these, ever. Oh, man. Yeah, don't read weird. spelled with a Y. It's a bad book. It's bad in every conceivable way that a book can be bad in. There's no redeeming value there. Not unless issue 3 was a complete and total change of everything. Anyway, J-Dot, you have been a fantastic person to talk to. Oh, I appreciate you dropping in. I always do when you come by. Very cool of you. Very shui. But I think I need to take a little bit of a break. Get something else to drink. And relax for the evening. I'll be on Twitch later. I'm going to play more Stars and Shadow over there. But I feel like I'm done talking about comic books, if that makes sense. So you have a great evening, sir. And anybody else that's watching, you also have a great evening. And of course, as always, I'm gonna shill a little bit. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's see. Some social media links down below. You should click on those. And I'll see you next time. Till then, bye-bye.